beta, banana, guys. We have the newest Bedrock beta 1.17, 4020 out now. Changes to kind of the way stuff generates a lot. Not too many actual items. Changelog together right now. Hey there guys, Skippy here from Skippy6 Gaming, guys, coming to you from a new world that I just generated in the latest beta update. We have a beta on Wednesday. How awesome is that, guys? Consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you enjoy news updates about all the different updates that come out and everything else big and beta. So the newest change is basically these Stony Peaks. It's just an old biome that they've adjusted a little bit. I went on a hunt for it, but I realized that, you know what, finding a jungle is hard enough these days, but finding a jungle with a huge mountain in it will probably be near impossible until the internet gets involved. So let's do the changelog together, and then we're going to just take a look at the terrain, because mostly, guys, I have my little platform here, but there isn't an actual item for me to show you. It's not like, you know, powdered snow this, or it's more or less generation, but the one benefit on that one is I have a huge entrance to something right around here, right over there. That's super cool, big lush cave. And yeah, so it starts with this tweet from J Megaspud here in the usual fashion. Beta is out. Again, caught me off guard. It's been on Thursday for the last, like, I don't know, I feel like the last couple months. But it was on Wednesday once upon a time. Newest thing, guys, bees nests are now going to generate too frequently. That's okay, they know about it. They are going to fix it. Don't download the beta if you do not want to keep your world in the beta in the future. And any questions you have about leaving and joining the beta, there is a video as well below. So yeah, basic stuff right here. Experimental features, make sure you turn on your toggle if you want these new Stony Peaks. It's just a variant of the lofty snow-capped peaks that uses stone and gravel instead of snow and ice. The reason why they're doing this, guys, is because, you know, you don't really want a big snowy mountain in the middle of a hot jungle. It won't make sense. This is a different variant for that, guys. Corrected vegetation in mountain meadows. Dripstone clusters can now only be found in dripstone biome. Dripstone features now only generate in dripstone biome. Mountain biomes now have correct feature places to match the Java Edition side snapshot. Infested stone can now be found under new mountains. Tweaked ore distribution to match the Java Edition side snapshot. Clouds are now at Y level 192. That's different for sure. I think they're at 160 something before. I don't know that for sure, but I think so. Tweaked biome placement, river size, terrain shapes for a better overworld experience. That said, I'm going to talk about this more in depth, guys, because I've caught several. It's just too much mountain, man. Too much mountain in your Minecraft world is not that good. Trees in swamps can now generate slightly deeper when in water. They tweaked the mob spawning as well. I went by that one there to match it inside the caves. Deep slate now generates in lower depths. Dripstone features now generate at deep slate depths. The placement logic of small dripstone feature has been refactored. Frequency is similar, but exact positions will differ. Map will now correctly show the color of blocks below the Y level of 0. Lush caves vines now generate in lush caves instead of generating above the surface. Vines can now grow down below 0 height. Villages now generate in the style of the biome they are located in, which they should have been doing before. I feel like maybe there was just a glitch that was stopping that. Falling stalactites are now offset properly to avoid interacting with entities outside of their intended hitbox. Beehives now generate in the world facing south. So this all has to do with whatever the heck's going on with too many beehives, but they're all going to be facing south now. The candle cake blocks, pressing the use button on the candle cake now consumes the correct amount of cake slices. In the character creator, guys, they fixed a crash that could occur when using character creator. Fixed color, tweaked color TNT for default Steve skin to match default Steve. Altered message for when friends change skins. So I guess, yeah, it tells you Joe changed his skin, I guess, for PvP and stuff. Education edition items no longer shown as an option when using @E type. Gameplay. Fixed a bug that caused players to be set on fire upon changing dimensions if there was lava underneath the nether portal. Players can no longer eat food at full hunger in survival mode. Seagrass no longer spawns under the lily pads in world generation to avoid breaking them. Villagers can no longer spam doors open and close. Cartographers now more consistently give new maps on all platforms. World generation, of course, amethyst geodes are now much less likely to generate in strongholds, and if they do, they will not destroy the end portal, okay? This is the final full page, I think, right here. Mobs. Improve mob pathing around partial blocks. Armor no longer renders on pillagers and vindicators, but still granted armor effects. Fix the issue with mob rendering that caused vindicator axes to be visible even when they are not attacking on older resource packs. More mobs will spawn underground in the overworld. That's interesting. Powder snow no longer disappears when looking at it from a distance. The structure block changes now. Trapdoors now rotate correctly when loaded from a structure block. That's super cool, actually. I had problems with that before. User interface. Fixed an issue where the D-pad and directional keys could not be used to navigate in certain parts of the UI. Fixed an issue where an error message could be shown after suspending the game on the achievement screen with screen animations disabled. Fixed an issue where an obscure game rule was added to settings. Fixed keyboard D-pad navigation from custom server to edit server button. New achievement screens are available on Windows 10 ARM-based PCs. The sign-in text at the start screen no longer overlaps the marketplace button. Add space between the tab title and the word tab for text-to-speech on settings screen. Added more info button to failed sign-in modal. So, guys, easy enough. These are the pages of technical stuff. JSON files, all kinds of intricate stuff. It's all on the screen for you. Hit pause, I urge you, if you want to read this stuff. If not, you can go straight to the changelog as well and get it there. So we're in the world. So basically, guys, the big gist of this one is I went looking and I did good because I did find a jungle. So I was lucky, and I'm like, it makes sense, right? Because basically what they're going to have is they don't want to have, you know, think about it, huge snowy mountain. So I'm pretty sure my jungle is right here. I thought I was so lucky when I just randomly teleported and I found a jungle. I'm like, oh no, because there's a mountain over here. And I was like, oh no, I found it right away. But either way, it doesn't make sense. They have to have a new dynamic to have that. That said as well, I'm having a small challenge lately. So looking at my world lately, I talked about this in the actual reading of the changelog. It's just too mountainy. So don't take this wrong. Don't be like, guys, Skippy, don't be that way. Just a beta. I know it's a beta more than anybody, guys. I make literal beta videos every time, and I know it's a test, but I just feel that there is at least a small chance that maybe the world is just getting too mountainy. And honestly, if you play Minecraft a lot, when the world's crazy mountainy like that, it's not super fun to play. I don't know. I have a lot of challenges because you got to go up and over the mountain, over and up and over the mountain, up and over the mountain. So that's one of the big challenges that I have here, is that I feel like maybe at the moment there's just too many hills, because this area is not a really good one to explain. But on my way here, it was just basically, you know, valley with a village on the side of a mountain, valley with a village on the side of a mountain, valley with a village on the side of a mountain. Basically all the villages were pretty much propped up on the side of a mountain where, you know, they just didn't sit right. I get that they're not supposed to, but in theory that's kind of the thing. And then what we're going to do here is just go to our drip cave. So basically the caves are now all fixed up to be more lush cavey. They're slowly bringing the generation in, and you can see this right here is probably a good entrance. There, a perfect example. A city all generated weird, but even the ones on the sides, I just found like all of them were all on the sides of mountains. So here's like an aquifer. You can see this is a perfect good example. Let's do this. Slate starts right around there. You could tell there's a few different levels of depth here, so we're getting better. I like this. So basically, the dripstone is not going to be hella dripstone. That's the other thing that I picked up from that, is that there's going to be a biome under here of some sort that's going to be dripstony. I think here's a way to get through to one other one. And then we have this big room here. So yeah, I feel like basically what they're doing right now is slowly, see, because that's not correct, right? I don't think that they wanted that. That's a weird thing. They're slowly adding things one by one, because it's very beautiful, to make it get to a lush cave. So before they were just like, oh, here's your lush cave, but now it's like, okay, here's the shape of the cave, here's the shape of the way the water gets to the cave, here's how this happens, and this happens. And yeah, so I like it, guys. Don't forget to smash that like before you go. Don't forget as well to subscribe to my channel for yeah, cool tutorials, let's plays, and stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna do some more exploring, guys, so should you. Catch you on the next one.